Hey MS gang, welcome back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, my name's Liam, and in 2018 I was diagnosed with relapsing remitting MS. If you want to be part of the gang, it's dead straightforward. Just hit that subscribe button. In this video, I want to be talking a little bit more about Lermite sign. I think I'm pronouncing it right. Is it Lermites? I'm not sure. Lermite sign is what I'm going to call it. Somehow phonetically spell it out if I'm wrong. And this is something that not everyone has experienced, but those that do know about it. So as you may know, multiple sclerosis is a debilitating progressive neurological disease, and it affects the central nervous system. It's a condition that can cause physical, cognitive, and psychological problems, and have an array of different symptoms. And this symptom in particular is something that I noticed quite early on, sort of pre-diagnosis. So as I mentioned in other videos, I was feeling really fatigued and weak. I had problems with my vision and I still have a numb left hand, but this was something that would catch me off guard. So what is Lermite sign? Well, it's also been referred to as the barber chair phenomenon, as it's characterized by like an electric shock-like sensation, and it runs down the spine and into the limbs when the neck is flexed. I tend to get it on this side. It's often described as being like an electric shock or an electric current running through the spine and limbs. It's an uncomfortable sensation that can be quite alarming when it first occurs. So it really catches you off guard. So why does this happen and what can you do about it? Lermite sign is caused by inflammation and demyelination of the nerve pathways. So we know that MS is caused by demyelination. It's when your immune system attacks your central nervous system thinking it's a problem and kind of strips that wiring off the cable, as I referred to it. And this is where Lermite sign comes from. It's inflammation and demyelination in those areas that affect the neck more than anything. So this means that the myelin sheath that protects the nerve fibers is being attacked and damaged. And this leads to the electrical impulses being interrupted. This interruption of the nerve signals causes the feeling of electric shock or currents running through the body. The sensation usually occurs when the neck is flexed. So if you turn your head or you look a different direction, that's when you tend to feel it. So whilst it mainly affects the neck, it can sometimes also be felt in the arms and legs. It can be quite alarming and uncomfortable, but it's very rare that, it's unusual that it's dangerous. Now, as always, if there's anything I'm talking about, if you experience Lermite sign, then it's really important that you speak to your doctor, as they'll be able to sort of diagnose the underlying causes and recommend treatments as well. So there are some treatments and things you can do if you suffer or experience with Lermite sign. Firstly, there may be some medication that can treat specifically the inflammation that is causing the Lermite sign. You can work with a physiotherapist to perhaps strengthen the muscles in that area. And there are also lifestyle changes that you can make to reduce stress, as we know that stress can be a trigger for a number of our symptoms. So as I said before, it is something that I experienced quite early on in my sort of MS journey, and one that does catch me off guard from time to time, still to this day. So I can be sat watching telly and I'll just move my head and suddenly it'll be a really jarring, like, what was that? I don't know. But yeah, I get a really sharp, sudden, horrible pain in my neck that runs down sort of all this side. And I felt it as well in my legs, like quite early on. I felt like I kept stepping on something and getting a shock. But yeah, it's something that does still sort of bother me from time to time. But if it's something that you are experiencing, then obviously speak to your doctor. Do let us know in the comments as well. Is it something you've experienced, or is it something that you've managed to avoid so far? And how did you get on with it? How did you find it? Have you been able to manage it? Because I would love to know, as even though some of those treatments there, I'm still sort of feeling it. So yeah, any recommendations, very welcome from this end. But also, if there's anyone reading the comments, they may pick up a tip or two as well. I really appreciate you checking out this video. As always, it really helps us to get the video out to more people. If you did enjoy the video, hit the like button. If you didn't like it, then hit the dislike button. That's absolutely fine. I have also as well started a Patreon, as I am dedicating more and more time to this channel. I want it to be something really successful that can help more and more people with MS. So the Patreon allows you to sort of directly support the channel. It allows me to do more of it and do it more often, and therefore, like I said, help more people with MS as well. So do check that out in the comments below. And yeah, I appreciate the support as always, and I will see you in the next one.